All right, so this week we are going to shade our symmetry drawing that you drew out last week. Now before this project, you may remember we had our value scale. As a quick reminder, value scale is going from as light as you can draw. Oh, actually I'll use my sloth area, right? A value scale is when you determine that you can go from extremely light and to, this is going to be really hard to do without just, the harder you push, the darker it gets. So, see, those are the values that my pencil can do. And on this tiger, you can find those values. Just like last time, you're going to go darkest, you're going to do the darkest of darks and the lightest of lights, and then work for those midtones. So, since I have a tiger, I have a lot of spaces that are black. I'm going to start by coloring those in. Now, I'll show you some of them. You know, we've got the pupil, of course. We've got the ear. Those are extremely black. But believe it or not, it's actually very hard to color like this. So I'm going to pause, color my blacks, and then come back. So you also color your darkest darks right now. Okay? I have my darkest tones in. And now I'm ready to start with my midtones. And I can still see a problem with the eye, but I'm not going to let it bother me. And you shouldn't let it bother you if you have a small error like that as well. Because right now, I think my tiger looks pretty cool. So I'm going to start with the middle tone, and then I can go from, so I've done my darkest, I've obviously done my lightest because I'm leaving it white. Now I'm going to go for the middle tone and then work my way out. So now it's time for me to tell you something very important about drawing animals. You want to draw the direction that the fur is growing. I've mentioned this with our painting, with our pet paintings last year. And I'm bringing it up again because it matters. On my tiger, I can see that the nose hair is growing up. So when I color my nose hair, I'm going to color up. And on the face, it goes down when we get to those cheeks. So find what areas are the middle tone. This nose area is middle tone. In between the stripes, the area that I know is orange in real life is middle tone. This area back here is middle tone. This is very light. This is quite light. I'm going to leave those for later. So now I'm going to pause and work on my midtones. Okay, my midtones are in place, and you can see I have a little sticker behind, so it's kind of giving my tiger a weird stripe on his nose, so don't worry about that. But you can see that I have a lot of spaces that I've left completely blank, and that's because they are lighter tones. Not midtones, like on the nose, or midtones, like under the chin, but lighter tones or darker tones. Now I'm going to start putting those in. As you work, remember that your eraser is a good tool, and it can also be used to do things like create whiskers. I'll show you that at the end. Okay, now I have my light medium, and or medium light, I guess. Medium light and my medium darks in. So, my tiger is just about ready. I'm just going to fix something that showed up on the camera. Alright, now my tiger's ready. So, what I'm going to do is cut him out and then glue him down onto a nice piece of construction paper. And you should do that too because it will give your animal a nice finished look as opposed to looking like something you would practice. And I will be making sure that your class has black paper to put it on top of. I'll show you what that looks like. Ooh, doesn't it look so classy? So you'll make sure that these pieces are cut in, well, not quite half, but 2/3 to make a nice finished product. Have fun.